Hello, good morning children. This is MD Ramjan Beg. Today I am going to teach 10th class English 5th unit grammar. All of you children, you open your textbooks and also have that notebook in your hand. That is from 5th unit grammar. You see that textbook, you can open them. Then it is easy to understand textual grammar. I am going to textual grammar to teach. So 5th unit, I think that you have opened your textbooks here. What is given to you in the 5th unit of grammar? Adverbal clauses. Adverbal clauses given to you. So already these clauses are explained in the previous units. Clause is nothing but, what is the clause? It is a group of words. It is a group of words which gives complete meaning or may not the complete meaning. And there are two clauses. That clauses are main clause and subordinate clause, adverbal clauses, and different clauses are there. So clause is a group of words and which may or may not give the complete meaning. Which gives the complete meaning, it is called main clause. Which doesn't give the complete meaning, it is called subordinate clause. These are the dependent clause. Subordinate clauses are dependent clauses. Main clauses are independent clauses. Already you have come to learn this main clauses and subordinate clauses. Okay, children. So now let me come to this adverbal clauses. Here sentences are combined with is, as, and when, and before, because, and next one is if. Using these words, the clauses are combined. In these four sentences, you see children here, in these four sentences as it is given in your textbook, as he reached Quadam's house, he saw Bujaba coming towards him. So here underlined part, you see that as he reached Quadam's house. So this part is one clause and remaining part is another clause. You children, you have to understand here which clause gives the complete meaning here. You put a question to yourself. So I am coming to that. As he reached Quadam's house or Quadam's house, comma is kept there. He saw Bujaba coming towards him. So in these two clauses of the first sentence, he saw Bujaba coming towards him. This gives the complete meaning. That means this clause gives the complete meaning itself. So it is called an independent clause or a main clause or independent clause. And which clause doesn't give the complete meaning, it is called the dependent clause. It is also called a subordinate clause in short. So this, you see, this clause means two clauses are there in this sentence. First clause, you see, as he reached Quadam's house. That means it doesn't give the complete meaning itself. So that means to receive the full meaning of this, complete meaning of this, something must be added here. So it using as this conjunction, it is used as conjunction and it is going to combine the two separate clauses here. That means as is a word, it is used to combine these two separate clauses. Do you understand here? So this which doesn't give, including as, this part, and this is a subordinate clause which doesn't give here complete meaning. Remaining part, it gives the complete meaning. So here using as, this clause is called adverbal clause. What do you call it? Adverbal clause. And I am coming to the second sentence. When she heard of biology's arrival, her heart swelled. You see children here also in the second sentence, when she heard of biology's arrival, this is one clause and remaining part is another clause. So which part gives the complete meaning, children? Do you guess it here? Can you guess it here? I think you are getting the point. So here, when she heard of biology's house, this clause doesn't give the complete meaning. This clause doesn't give the complete meaning. And the remaining clause, her heart swelled, it gives the complete meaning itself. So this part is a main clause and independent clause. This part is a subordinate clause, dependent clause here. So here, when word is used here to combine the two separate clauses. In the first sentence, as is used to combine the two separate clauses. Two separate clauses are given to you. Now I am coming to third sentence. But you shouldn't lose your head simply because you have set aside some money. Here you see that simply because you have set aside some money. So this doesn't give the complete meaning here. So that means before that something is added here. But you shouldn't lose your head. This clause gives a complete meaning itself. So it is a independent clause. And the next remaining clause is it doesn't give the complete meaning, that is a dependent clause and also called a subordinate clause. So it is combined, these two clauses are combined with a because word. So next, this underlined part is called adverbial clause, it is. Understand? Now coming to the fourth sentence here. You may go in for a storied house only, or up to house. You may go in for a storied house only if you don't wish to stay in this village. This is the clause. Two separate clauses are there. If conjunction is used to combine these two separate clauses. If conjunction is used to separate these two separate clauses. Understand? So this underlined part or underlined clause, it doesn't give the complete meaning itself. So when you add some other meaning of a group of words, that is, you may go in for a storied house, it gives a complete meaning itself. It doesn't depend on the subordinate clause. So these two clauses are combined with the if. So you students, you see that sentences, those are combined. I repeat, sentences, those are combined with as, with when, because, if. That clauses are called adverbial clauses. What do we call them? Adverbial clauses. So in these four sentences, you have come to learn that are main clause is there and subordinate clause is there in each and every sentence. Understand that? So if you know that what is main clause and subordinate clause, if you have the clarity of this, then it is easy, and those are combined with as, when, because, and if. That part of that clauses are called adverbial clauses. Do you understand? So these adverbial clauses you see in your textbook, children. Some circle is given to you. Adverbial clauses circle is given to you, and not only this, I am going to show you that these adverbial clauses, those are given to you. Adverbial clauses, and around some points are given to you. I am going to read them. See that different sentences that you may read. Adverbial clauses that maybe are conditional and comparison, mannerism, result, place, reason, purpose, and concession, time. Adverbial clauses are discussed these things here. Those are given in circle like this here. Adverbial clauses, they are connecting, they are giving the, and these are the concept of taking these points here. Do you understand this? Next you see that some other sentences are given to you. In A, identify the adverbial clauses in the following sentences. Can I read them? All of you see that and take that a pen to do underline. First one I am reading that you see that identify the adverbial clauses in the following sentences. So earlier you have come to know that what are the adverbial clauses, how they will be, that are connected with these words. Here these sentences, in these sentences you can see that I am going to read it out. First one, as Bayaji neared Buddha Vihar, the children came running to him. So here two separate clauses are there. Can you separate them here? As Bayaji neared Buddha Vihar, it is a subordinate clause, that is a dependent clause. The children came running to him. This is a main clause. So both are connected with as. That is why here, which one you have to underline now? Adverbial clause, as Bayaji neared Buddha Vihar. That is adverbial clause. Do underline that. Second sentence. Since they knew that Bayaji was coming home for good, the eldest son in service and the two daughters were already home to greet him. Here the sentence I repeat, since they knew that Bayaji was coming home for good, comma is kept there. So this is not this is the dependent clause, that is subordinate clause. Remaining clause, it gives the complete meaning itself. It doesn't depend on the subordinate clause. The elder son in service and the two daughters were already home to greet him. This is the main clause. So both clauses are combined with the since. So the incomplete meaning which gives it is the adverbial clause. You do underline this one. Since they knew that Bayaji was coming home for good. This is the adverbial clause. Coming to third sentence, you see that? Bayaji was amused that his daughter thought in this childish manner even after they had children of their own. In this sentence, Bayaji was amused that his daughters thought in this childish manner, that it is totally a sentence including that is a dependent clause, subordinate clause. And first part is Bayaji was amused. It is a main clause. I am coming to fourth sentence. Bujaba didn't respect Bayaji because the latter was a mahar. Because that continuous part of the sentence is the adverbial clause. First part, Bujaba didn't respect. Bujaba was fourth sentence, that it is Bujaba didn't respect. This is the main clause. Bayaji, up to that. Bujaba didn't respect Bayazi. It is a main clause, including because, that is the remaining part, it is the subordinate clause. So it is also called adverbial clause. Fifth sentence, you see, if you want to live happily, you must quit the idea of building a storied house. The first part, first clause is that is a dependent clause. It doesn't give the complete meaning. So you do underline, if you want to live happily, that is a subordinate clause. You must quit the idea remaining, the total is a main clause. You understand? So that is a adverbial clause here. Now let me come to that. So that let us see now in this adverbial clauses only B that it is given to you in textbook. You see that B combine the pairs of sentences by using the words given in brackets. I am going to read them here. You combine that sentences. Those words are given in brackets. For each one end of the sentence in brackets words are given to you. Using that words you combine the sentences to separate clauses. That will come adverbial clauses. So I am going to read it out. First one is that he forgot his position. If you do not understand, you can use your textbook children. He forgot his position as a Hindu. This is as a Hindu. And he turned a Buddhist. You combine because. How can you write here? You can write this. Because you see that he forgot his position as a Hindu because he turned a Buddhist. That it is. In the middle of that because he is used and that part it becomes the adverbial clause. You understand? Remove the full stop and in middle because he is used because he turned a Buddhist he forgot his position as a Hindu. Then it is a meaningful sentence. So that is adverbial clause. Now second sentence you say Bayaji came home. Full stop given to you. His wife felt very happy. So you combine these two clauses with as. As is telling reason here and a result also. Use as here. His wife felt very happy. And this is the result. Why? Because as Bayaji came home. As Bayaji came home, comma remove that, his wife felt very happy. So as Bayaji came home, this is the adverbial clause. Used as before Bayaji came home. And then it is called the adverbial clause. Are you? Okay, the third sentence. Bayaji's children came home. Full stop is given. Bayaji returned. So now you see that Bayaji's children came home. Why they came home? Some reason is there. Using since. Since Bayaji returned. I repeat that. Since Bayaji returned, his children came home. So his children came home. So here reason we are telling result. Its result it is given to you. Since Bayaji returned. So it is a subordinate clause and adverbial clause. Next sentence you see, you may not attend the class. Full stop given. You don't want to come again. That sentence you see that carefully here. Middle of that full stop is given to you. You can use like this. You may not attend the class if you don't want to come again. So if is used in the middle of this here, removing the full stop, if is used. If you don't want to come again, that part is called the adverbial clause. So that I repeat, you may not attend the class if you don't want to come again. Fifth one, Bayaji was about to come down the stairs, full stop. Then it crumbled down in flames. I repeat that one. Where can you use it? When Bayaji was about to come down the stairs, then you remove the word then. This is no need to write. Remove the full stop and comma user. Bayaji, when Bayaji was about to come down the stairs, remove the full stop and comma user. It crumbled down in flames. Okay. So when Bayaji was about to come down the stairs, it crumbled down in flames. So when is used before this sentence clause? That is the adverbial clause. So adverbial clauses are telling that are not giving the complete meaning. That is why that are called subordinate clauses. So these are also called adverbial clauses. Right? Next class.